These are the cards that was left in the box. One has to know that God's love is real. Right? Goddess is so real. And even in the trenches, no matter what happens, Spirit is there pulling you through. Like, you know, in order to solve my own case, I have to sometimes visit the timelines. And I'm really, really so grateful and blessed how Spirit has brought me through. But the universe has been feeding back in certain thoughts and memories and stuff to kind of help me process it in a way that isn't too overwhelming for me is the best way to put it. So, you know, I could only pray. I could only pray. That's all you can do. But I have to give extra prayers to people who follow the false teachings and listening to the gossip and help to spread it, you know. I have to pray for those people. Some of them were manipulated. Like, if they could understand that psychotic ex that I had with the many personalities that came and made such a bold lie, like with the bigger the lie, you got to understand there could be something going on. They took his side, not realizing they ostracized the person. I won't call myself a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. You have to understand body language of people and how they react to certain traumas. Nobody once said, like the mistake I made, it's not even a mistake. I'm still healing. I have to look at the statute of limitations. But in the end of that circumstance, that mentally ill man did things to me against my wishes while I was on medication trying to fight while it was hard for me to fight. But God bless, I was able to fight, right? But nobody says, maybe this person is coming and telling this extreme lie because they're trying to hide the extreme offense. And because, you know, human beings like the drama, and people that were traumatized as children sometimes have a way of compartmentalizing themselves. That's how the multiple personalities come along sometimes. But yeah, for a person to do something so offensive, violate your rights, do things against your will, take what they want, self-serve themselves, and then walk away like, oh, I'm a troll creep. I hope nobody hears it. But if I put on an extreme facade show, it'll deflect the attention from the crime I just committed against this person. Because I couldn't overpower them and trick them into giving me the love, and I couldn't force them, so I'm just going to take it. And then run back to a neighborhood where so many people know so many people, industry, wherever they listened from, and spewed this big campaign, a huge campaign, just to hide their crime. Never thinking that the person they victimized would become a survivor and have the heart to stand up and speak their truth. It's hard to speak your truth when you're too emotional, collective. You know, it just is. But speaking your truth is liberating. You have to get past and beyond the emotional dysfunction of it, so you can put yourself in alignment to help yourself do it all, right? Like, what's the statute of limitations on certain stuff? You know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the healer has to heal. And then the healer must tell their story, the testimony of what happened. So it have to be in a balanced way. Like, when I was putting back the classic tarot, you know, I like to burn my sage and different things. And when I opened the box to put the cards back in, these 3 cards spilled out, right? Judgment is the justice, the balance, and the clarity is in the happiest. deck in the card, the sun, the happiest time of your life. You had to go through so much darkness and heal from it to be able to even tell your story. But you have to tell it in a balanced way as possible so you don't stress your temple too much. Yeah, scientist. It's a science to it. And then you alchemize. Beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. The Democrat. What is this Democrat card for? And then create. Here it is. Number 1. It's the first card in the book. The Democrat. Many of us believe we are being fair and just, but is it simply our belief in our filters that make us feel somehow righteous? Seek balance and create greater focus on equality in what you are doing by silencing your inner voice and personal views for a moment. Is this really fair, and does it take into account long-term possibilities, not only for others, but also yourself? The Democrat acknowledges outside influences as relevant to them, even if they do not agree with them. Confirmation. They will clear space to listen, to observe, and to understand the needs, positions, and goals of other people and institutions. Confirmation. It's not just about me. What and who is it that I need to make space for in my life? Meanings and uses, responsibility, fairness, balance, choice, confirmation, balance, choice, and justice. Look at that. And justice. Confirmation and justice. You hear the consistent confirmation, second spirit, about it's crazy what you go through. And people will do things to keep you silent. They'll try their best to smush you down, to hide their offenses. But if you can find the strength to make peace with it within yourself and tell it in a balanced way after you maintain the healing for yourself that you need to move forwards, right? Your story will be able to help so many others, because it's not just about you. If you take it with you and it dies in silence with you, there's a chance that there's somebody, potentially a young somebody, that could have needed help, that wasn't able to get the help because instead of that problem being resolved, the silence allowed the abuser to walk around because nobody told their story. So they were able to continue to abuse children. You heard that confirmation. So it's not about always just staying in that dark place of it hurt, it happened. Like, there's no, it happened, let me clean myself up, and what the hell can I do to put my life back in balance after someone selfishly tried to throw it out of balance? So if you're not disrupting the balance of even the person who assaulted or victimized you, but you're telling your story in a healthy way, you can't go wrong with that. It's therapeutic to you. It's therapeutic for you. Excuse me, I want to light this candle. And that's how you create, right? That's how you manifest in life. That's that being able to forgive it no matter what. And how do you... Oh, there it is. In our little bowl. How do you find balance through the pain? You gotta process that pain by feeling it and breathing through it. It's not easy every day. Some days are better than others, of course. Yeah, the challenger. Right. The challenger for being a scientist and an alchemist, that's a Democrat and a creator, that's a healing storyteller. What is the challenges in that, right? That is the challenge. Standing in balance and rebelling against the norm and the traditions and the false narratives, and to make peace with your life, with your silence, and people gaining better understanding and showing up as a better version of themselves, but your truth, putting the nail in the coffin of all the craziness and bringing clarity. Also the mirror image of the damned faces who damned innocent people who were hurt and needed support while they were hurting, and everyone turned their back to them. God bless for the people who survived. You know, yeah. God bless to my cancer survivors as well. God rest my father's soul. Whew, I know he fought a great fight, but this is the month closing out, right? Oh yeah, just everything could swirl in that mind. You can't always help everybody, though you would like to. You gotta learn to help yourself first. But being in this rebellion against the offenses of life, against the transgressors of the innocent, making peace within you allows your creativity, you know, to birth in the most, in a spiritual way, you know, sage, healed, experiences, tapped in, DNA check-ins, ancestral guidance, angelic guidance, connected to the Most High, and Creator, birthing, Empress, Emperor, nurturing, fertile, you know, beautiful, beautiful, opening up like the roses, right? You see like the little bud, then it gotta open, then it opens some more, but it's opening. And then you got the thorns. The roses are not available to everyone. If you're gonna come to a rose, you have to approach with caution, or you might get pricked. Approach me with respect or else. Rebelling. All the heart in the world. God bless. Word. God bless my collective. Aloneness. Handling this business. Going through so much. Picking yourself up by the bootstraps with that ancestral guidance and helping to guide others through is a blessing to know how God happens in your life, right? The outsider. They wanted to push you outside. Like, nah. No was a complete sentence, right? Finalized once you put this period at it. It's like, no. You don't get to violate people and then walk around happy and think that the universe is not going to call judgment because God didn't see what it is that you were doing over the children of the Most High, right? The children closest to the sun, to the Most High, divine light source energy. I can mean that in so many ways, but, you know, I'm going to just let it rock at that. Yeah. So, making peace with it, have to be balancing yourself. Telling your story, you have to maintain your integrity. Allowing people to stand down and stop throwing black magic at you and stop throwing spell work at you and false narratives. You know, you shouldn't have to suffer because you tried to protect a sick person from themselves. Imagine if I would have called the popo that time, how things could have turned out so different, right? Nobody would have known what this person was doing to maintain their position in an organization. I forfeited myself and gave up my good karma and sat in his negative energy because I didn't walk in my truth, and I had to suffer another year and change because of it. While everybody was pelting stones at me, while I'm just like, yo, could y'all help me? Please talk to me. To the point where it's like, nah, I don't want to talk to nobody. It's heinous. How do you even talk about those things? You start feeling stupid. Why didn't I say something sooner? You know, I don't want everybody in my business, and then they go and put everybody in your business and put your life in danger with people trying to kill you because they telling people false things, but they never said that I assaulted that person. They just saying, go get them. Yeah. It's like, nah, man. Collective, please continue to utilize your discernment. Please, if you're in tear status, step up from being a tear. Become the wheat. It doesn't feel good to feel bad. You know, that impulsive shit, it comes with consequences. Some consequences can't be changed. Some consequences a person can't even come back from. You know, God bless for the balance. It's unfortunate that somebody got to go through so much to go through something else, to be able to stand up and tell a story so nobody else have to go through it. It's a science to it. You got to know when you're ready to get off that karmic loop. Part of that is standing in your truth and not abusing people. Admitting the point that you was, right? What did you do to affect anybody? Was it ego? Was it impulsive? Was it love? You control that part of your universe, right? Obligation or guilt? You discern. Yeah. When somebody trying to block you from doing what you need to do for the highest, greatest good of all involved, ask why. If somebody coming to you and they can only tell you what a person did to them, but they can't even speak what they did to that person, ask why. You know, there's always levels to it. So yeah, somebody did cast the first stone, but should you cast the stone back? Now, who's worse? What's worse? But when you tap out and you don't fight, and then somebody's still pelting you with stones, it becomes an issue. Right? Someone is trying to play with your emotions. They don't have your best interest in heart. This is a liar who cannot be trusted. Yeah. When you don't give away the power of your discernment, your superpower, then you'll be able to notice brokenness in others right away, and you won't enable it to break you anymore. You won't enable it to go free so it could, God forbid, hurt anyone else. You have the strength to stand up in your truth, right? You'll only attract how you feel. If you're feeling bad and dejected and ostracized because you didn't stand in your truth, it only perpetuates the feeling of depression and anxiety and fear and trauma because you're still swimming in the cesspool of that. And somebody going so hard to keep you feeling that way when you know that you're a good person and you put good energy in the world, you got to understand why it's going on and are they doing other things to create that. But many people could smile in your face, right? But where were you at in your energetic resonance? Where were you vibrating in frequencies when you attracted that connection in? Because you only can attract how you feel. Yeah, he hid a lot of things. And I had mysteries too. But we were opposites that attracted. So as much as I wanted to put good and heal, he wanted to destroy, right? So it didn't balance. And I had to release all the negative and connotations within myself for allowing that in my life, especially for that long, and make peace with it and balance it and purge it and continue to purge anything that's similar to it, no matter who's wearing the suit of I already learned that lesson, and release it so you could vibrate higher, so you could attract higher, right? You can only attract how you feel. As you heal, you too are healing to others. You surviving and healing and expressing without being as emotional is beautiful. I had to be able to tell my story without crying every time I tell my story, because some shit is just fucked up. It's not the only thing, it's many things. Try to do it in a way that it don't become psychosis, right? Because I had to talk to the therapist about that. Like, why is this psychosis if I'm anointed by God? Why would I be crazy because I'm chosen? And in the medical field and in the science field, spiritual field, there's a discord, and they don't seem to have better terminology from it. So it's like it went from a cold red to a cold yellow, right? we won't label it psychosis. At least it came from schizophrenia, right? It's not psychosis anymore. Oh, the depression, anxiety, and the PTSD is acknowledged. The CPTSD is acknowledged. Oh, my bad. It's just trauma. Do you think? But God bless her because she's listening. You can't give up because one person not listening. You don't know who knows who and who's scratching somebody else's hand, right? But you don't give up on yourself. You continue to work with the Most High. But sometimes you gotta still, in this 3D world, make the connections to help you release it also healthily. And listen to those criticisms in that word, those words, and not take it offensive, but logically process it. Because if it's not you, it shouldn't stick. That's why when people get upset about any truth you're telling, it's only exposing them as the demon that they are. Because why are you upset? Because I'm trying to heal myself and become a better version of me while loving God through it all. That's not me. That's a you thing. So I cannot concern myself with that, right? But I can't heal myself. I'm responsible for that, how I show up in the world. No matter what anybody thinks or believes. You are free. Release your mental prison. Let your divine team represent for you. Trust the process. Spirit gonna lead you right to where you need to be. Like, it's like I closed up for so long and wasn't away for so long because people's energy is rubbing me the wrong way and I'm not doing anything to them. But it put me in a direction that opened up 8 million other doors. I don't want to be around nobody that just want to tolerate me or don't like me. I want to be where I'm appreciated, right? Where everything matters. Because, you know, time is finite. Yeah, release the toxic people from your life. Right. And enjoy the tribe of people who relates to you more than contrasts you. Do not allow them to overstep your boundaries, ever. Standing in your strength means nobody else can stand in your power for you. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they did. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You're not going to stand in my face and tell a lie. It's to fix your story. It works for everybody, but it don't work for me when it comes to me because you said it don't. It's like playing Monopoly, and then they start losing, and they want to change the rules in the middle of the game. Or you playing Uno, or you playing handball. Oh, that wasn't a killer. It didn't roll. You can't just change the rules because it makes you win, right? Those days are over. It was just a few days ago. I showed with spirit put it on my table with the letters that God is gonna fix it tonight. And I know everybody been noticing this shit. I don't have to try to make anything up. I can only read what's in my face and express what it is spirit has moved me to express. So again, I reiterate, the Most High, Omnipotent God, Goddess, Source Energy is fixing it by showing the truth and exposing the demons for who they are and what it is they're doing, right? So some things happen to you for you to place you in a position, because if you reflect, some things were horrible, but it put you in a position for success while it exposed those others for what it is they were and what they were doing to offend you, which gave you more increase, actually. Their offense helped you. You were getting fed in the presence of your enemies, like God blessing you. I'm like, what is that noise? You see it, like, God bless, yes. That's okay. That's why I had my little studio together. No matter what happens around, I still focus, right? We focus, collective. Please do not ever compromise what the Most High has birthed through you. And this is as above, so below. Planets in the oceans, oceans in the sky, right? Where we at with it? All this firmament. I wrote these cards a few years back. All the firmament. They want to go into space, but they can't even explore the ocean. Like, come on, what's really going on? But You know, the heavens and the earth, as above, so below. So it is. Do not compromise with the Most High has birthed through you for nothing and no one. Yeah. Only you can be you. Yes, you are on your right path. Live your purpose with no regrets, right? When those people were offending you and blaspheming your name and saying all those rigid, horrible things, 25 to change the trajectory of your life by assassinating your character, even if, God forbid, it's so unfortunate how many people are not here now to cover their lies, right? You are on the right path. Please don't regret when you see these people living in the karmic repercussions of what it is to that they called on themselves. That's the justice that they willed in for their own existence. Confirmation. The jig is up. Your intuition is always right. And in my collective, for y'all who's like kind of hesitating, should I make this next move because it could affect somebody else? If you made that move, how would it affect your life for the next 10, 15, 20 years, right? Right? I used to sell life insurance. I was an agent. I passed the test. I recruited people. I only had a problem with it. It wasn't whole life. It wasn't the insurance, the kind that you can save and then like borrow from later. You just paying your money that when you die, you can get some extra money to your family. The term life, it didn't make logical sense, but the obligation that they wanted people to sign on that dotted line, I did not feel comfortable with promoting term insurance. Term life insurance, in my opinion, is some of the worst life insurance to have. So why would I sit there and lie to people to sell them something to make a few dollars, even if it was, stacks on stacks on stacks? And that boss, the millionaire, wasn't even acting right. They had an issue with who I was as an individual. It was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. My free will told me get my butt up out of there. One of the many places I had to walk away from over time. Yeah, what feels good to you? What's your authentic self? You don't have to follow the norm. Some things just ain't right. Free will is your own to navigate. Absolutely. AKA your birthright, right? Take a chance on you, 777. Luck is in your favor. You don't have to compromise anything. Spirit is with you, right? That's a personal relationship. Love you. Your magic grows from within. Oh, God bless. Thank you, Spirit. Go create. Yeah, I just felt the Spirit say, you going to take your butt outside today. You going to take your behind outside today, woman. Time waits for no man or woman. Is it worth the investment of your time and energy? What's the ROI? Well, of course it's worth it to stay balanced and healed and tapped in with Mother Gaia so that I can show up as the greatest version of myself. My ROI? Absolutely. So the opportunity is now. I didn't even see those at first. I just saw the opportunities coming and then I looked up. The time is now. Opportunities come and opportunities go. When will you jump in? What are you waiting for? Not. I'm blessed. Right. Spirit is good. So that's the message. Love you first, then help others. Then it's okay to share because you'll have a plethora, right? Don't forget to keep some for you so you can share again later after you replenish yourself. You know, make proper investments. Enough to have, enough to share, enough to save, enough to be charitable, enough to tend to yourself on every level to keep you balanced and healed. You only attract how you feel, right? If nobody else spoils you, spoil yourself. You don't need nobody else to spoil you. You got to love yourself enough to know that you're worth it, right, collective? So yeah, just a little quick check-in, you know. I was kind of writing out some of them timelines, and I didn't want it to be heavy on my spirit, but I absolutely wanted to express it in an integral way to get the message out. If anybody could, find value in something they might resonate in their circumstances with. So absolutely hit that like button, that comment, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and comment if you like. Subscribe, please. That helps to support the channel. And you could do me that favor and subscribe. I would appreciate it. It absolutely helps the channel to grow. But I'm going to make sure the incentives you get back in return is high value information that could put you in a proper trajectory of life. This is absolutely spiritual therapy. And it's free to stop through. It's free to click the like button. It's free to subscribe. It's free to click the links to go into the Amazon store to purchase. Anything you purchase helps to support the channel. But the information that you receive is going to be priceless, uplifting, and life-changing. Because that's what God put me here for. And it's my vessel to enjoy my collective journey with you guys. So whether you're new here, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for stopping through. To my OGs, you already know how much I absolutely love you guys, right? My OGs over in the UK and in India, I love you so much as well. But I have to, state that it's international. So I'll be like, thank you, Spirit, because it's global. This is global upliftment of the frequency of the universe. It's bigger than Mother Gaia. It just helps her resonate and stay in balance with the alignment, and kind of like trying to shake all the fleas off of her, all the things that don't belong. It's like giving that, what's that, Mastiff, that big old dog, giving him a big old bath, getting all the stuff out of him so he can just feel good. You get the point. I know Mother Gaia is not a doggy, but doggies are so much love. Yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. It's time for Auntie Miko to have some coffee. Love you. I pray you a wonderful day. Happy Monday. Happy Scorpio season. And happy birthday to the Scorpios. Happy birthday to you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.